Shalom. Shalom. Yep. Just wanted to come back on live again. Just to address a few things. It seemed like I'm able to address more just jumping on live than if I'm making posts. And I'm able to just talk about everything as a whole instead of just bringing out little bits and pieces of my thoughts. So I'm jumping back on live again. I have been getting quite a few inboxes. Sisters appreciating the fact that I brought out the topic of getting intoxicated, dealing with things in their own households, and just thanking me for bringing out the topic, because they haven't been able to talk to their husbands about it. And by me bringing out the topic, it has become a topic of discussion in the households, and I'm just thankful. All praises to the Most High. And like I said before, I'm not trying to condemn anybody. That's not my intention to condemn anybody. It's not my intention to point fingers at anybody. I'm just speaking on how I feel about it, where I am in my walk, and the things that I've been through and where I came from. And another thing, I'm surrounded by like-minded individuals, sisters and brothers that's in my congregation. We have the same mindset. We're not teaching one another that it's okay to smoke weed. So me having being like-minded with everybody on Facebook or social media is not important if we have the same, we under the same agreement. Some people don't feel like there's nothing wrong with smoking weed. For me, I feel like it's personally defiling your temple when you put, foreign things in your body, such as smoke. I feel, it defiles your temple. And that I feel like I feel from my spiritual growth, what I'm getting from the scriptures is that's what the Most High is talking about when he's saying be sober minded. That's what he's talking about, is when you alter your mind with whatever it is, even if it's wine, even if whatever it is, if you alter your mind, you're not sober at that point. So, for me, I have a whole troop of people rallying behind my stance on not smoking weed, and how, the posts that I've been posting out. You have some people that think that I'm being judgmental, that I'm pointing fingers and I'm judging people, and that's not the case. So I wanted to, we have to establish everything with 2 or 3 witnesses. So I'm establishing my cause in front of 2 or 3 witnesses, because that's not the case. I'm not judging anybody. I'm not condemning anybody. My personal testimony, I was on drugs. I was snorting powder. I was popping pills. I was smoking weed. These are the things that I went through. And I know the stronghold that those type of drugs have on a person. So I'm very passionate about it. I know that I didn't feel complete in my walk until I completely stopped doing drugs. I did have a time where I was clean and I relapsed, and then I got clean again. It was even harder for me to get clean the second time. And sisters, I have told my testimony to that's going through the same situation. I'm not, and it's sisters and brothers that probably think I'm directing my post towards them. I know it's sisters and brothers that's trying to overcome the addiction. I know it's sisters and brothers that's trying to overcome. I'm not condemning nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the ones that's not trying, the ones that's doing it, and they justifying what they're doing, and they don't feel like what they're doing is wrong. They're in leadership positions. They don't feel like what they're doing is wrong. Now, a person in a leadership position, they like, or a person that even have a status, or a truth music artist, whatever. If they dealing with, you know, the addiction, they trying to stop, they consciously know it's wrong. That's one thing. But when you when you flat out telling me that you're not doing nothing wrong, you know what I'm saying? It's something wrong with that picture. I'm so caught up in the music and so caught up in my family and work that I'm not really even looking at Israel and the state that my people in. I'm so caught up in everything else. And so when I initially post the post and I seen so many comments, I'm like, dang, this many people is really justifying smoking weed. So I was more shocked than anything. And also I was in my flesh because I was getting offended by some of the comments. So I would make another post, and then somebody would say something, I make another post. I was kind of going crazy in the middle of my shock. You know what I'm saying? All at the same time. I was going through a traumatized session because I thought all of us thought was like-minded. I just thought that maybe that we don't all say the Most High name the same. You know what I'm saying? We might not all, some Israelites believe in baptism. Some of them don't. Some of them believe in polygamy. Some of us don't. You know what I'm saying? I thought that we had like some common differences in certain areas because I go to different events and I deal with different Israelites, and I know, you know, some people call them YAHAWAH, YAHAWAH, Yahweh. You know, I call them Mahaya. You know what I mean? And so we all have different names. We call them Most High. We might have, you know, some brothers believe in polygamy. We don't teach polygamy in my congregation. You know what I'm saying? And we teach, you know what I'm saying, to like clean your vessel out. You know what I'm saying? So this is the teachings that I'm being taught. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's one of the first things you do is work on yourself, like cleaning yourself out. No, I'm not trying to act like I'm better than nobody. I'm perfect. This is just the teachings that we're being taught. You know what I'm saying? So when I make a post, I'm making a post basically just, you know, just feeding the fire of, you know what I'm saying, my teachings and my spiritual conviction. And then, but when I got double teamed, I just was like in a box and I kept throwing out comments. And even when I had made a post and I said, you know, I'm gonna make a public apology and apologize to everybody, you know, the sister was like, you don't need to apologize. Well, you're standing on righteousness. And you know what I'm saying? And then I said, well, maybe I don't need to apologize. I don't need to apologize. You know what I'm saying? So I thought about it, but yeah, I do need to apologize, because if I'm offending anybody thinking that, you know, I think that I'm better than anybody, or if I'm coming off as being self-righteous, if I'm coming off as being contentious, if I'm coming off as being like I'm sitting on a throne, like I'm not without sin. I'm a dirty ass rag. I'm a dirty rag, man. Let me make that clear. I am a dirty rag, man. I'm a dirty rag. I ain't nobody special. I ain't nobody special. My music ain't, you know, there's artists that's better than me in my music. I just do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not nobody special. I'm not nobody special. Nobody special. I'm an average country woman. I'm an average mother. You know what I'm saying? I try to do my best. I wasn't the best mother. You know what I'm saying? I was an awful mother, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Until I actually, you know what I'm saying, came in the truth, stopped doing drugs, and put my attention on my kids. I was an awful wife, if you ask me, until I started understanding the position my husband, you know, respecting him as a man, talking to him with respect, because I used to be cussing my husband out. You know what I'm saying? My husband tell me all the time, he's just so thankful of the changes that I made in my life, because we used to be cussing each other out like cats and dogs. I be in one room getting high, he be in one room getting high. You know what I'm saying? Like we both was getting high. You know what I'm saying? We had nothing to show for ourselves spiritually. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting on no throne looking down on nobody. And I'm not looking down on my sisters and brothers. My name faith in Israel for a reason. I have faith in my people. I love my people. I was just really, really shocked at the amount of the amount of comments that was agreeing with the fact that of smoking weed is being a part of life. It is something normal. It's okay that the Most High still will receive you if he came back tomorrow and you was high on a blunt. He will receive you in the kingdom. These are the type of comments that I'm getting. All kind of comments when in all actuality, if you do your research, cannabis have deities attached to it. That people worship cannabis gods is what cannabis is the deities attached to cannabis when you get high off of it. So, like I said before, it's nothing against those people that using it for medical reasons. You putting it in oils, you putting it in for herbs or for meat, whatever the case may be, what the Most High made it for. Some herbs you can't use, some herbs will kill you, some herbs you can use. You just have to be careful of what you put in your body. I would say don't intentionally use anything in your mind if you consciously using it to get intoxicated or high. You know what I'm saying? It's been years since I smoked the blunt. It's been years since I got high. When I went through a couple situations, that demon to come right back to me and try to talk me into getting high again. And I have to be like, I look at the demon like, I was talking to the demon like, I know your raggedy ass ain't coming up me trying to talk me into getting high again because I'm going through something. But they'll come right back around full circle. Even when you quit doing drugs, for years could pass by. Don't mean that demon ain't gonna come back and try again. So it's a constant fight over our flesh. We die daily. You know what I'm saying? If I was addicted to it, you think I don't have thoughts every now and then that come in my mind that try to get me to go back to those ways again? You know what I'm saying? Like we all go through stuff. I'm not no better than nobody else. I'm not looking down on nobody. I'm just passionate about how free you will feel once you just let all that go. You will feel so much free. You'll feel like you really connected to the Most High. You might feel like you connected to the Most High when you out of your mind and you feel like you in some other little translucent state of mind. You might feel like you close to the Most High, but you're not truly close to the Most High when you're intoxicated. And the Most High constantly tell us over and over to be sober minded. We do not know the day and the hour that the MASHAYACH is coming back. We must stay vigilant. How you say it? Vigilant. I'm chopping up the words. But anyway, you have to be mindful of when HaMashiach comes back and keep your mind sober. So anyways, I just wanted to get on live and discuss some of those things with you about the topic. I possibly will get on live again and talk about it because it seems like it's a lot easier just to talk about it all at one time and get it all out in the air, just air the laundry all at one time and just, let you guys know from my mouth how I feel about certain things. So it won't be, it won't just get blown out of proportion and go on and on and on. I'm not going to stop posting, what the Most High put on my heart if it's in righteousness. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I was a little bit, I was in my flesh a little bit. Some of the comments or some of my posts could have been tweaked a little bit with a sprinkle of salt. When I posted some stuff, I could have used, more discretion and used a pinch of salt with those posts. And, but I know the error in my ways. If anything that you see that, that I need to work on, I repent and ask the Most High, and I openly repent and ask the Most High to take that, that spirit off of me. If it's some type of evil spirit that y'all can see on me that I can't see, I pray to the Most High, he take that off of me, that he deliver me from it. I constantly repent every single day, for my, anything I try to do. I want to be a better person. I want to be, so I want to be, I'm working to make sure that I'm working toward my calling, being an election sure. I want to have a guaranteed crown on my head. You know what I mean? I'm not out here just playing around, with the truth, just playing around with the Most High. So, like I said, we all get taught different things. My congregation, we're taught to clean your vessel, to not smoke weed, to not get intoxicated. This is what I'm being taught. And if you're not being taught that and you disagree with how I feel, it's okay. You don't have to, be arguing back and forth with me. If you don't agree with it, you just don't agree with it. And like I said, I'm blocking people. If you say you come out your neck and you keep on coming out your neck, coming back and forth, you don't agree with me when, this is how I feel. If you don't agree with me and you just feel like my post is bothering you so much, it's easy to block me, unfollow me. We don't have to be friends on Facebook. I'd rather be friends with like-minded individuals anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's a headache to be arguing with or going back and forth with anybody on a post, about smoking weed, whether it's right or not. If you feel like it's okay to smoke weed, smoke your life away. Don't come on my post arguing with me back and forth. If I don't agree with something that you're saying, y'all don't see me go on y'all posts arguing back and forth. I don't do that. I'm not on people posts arguing back and forth. Y'all come on my posts arguing back and forth and then got so much to say like I'm out of pocket. I'm doing something crazy. I'm doing something wrong when y'all on my posts trying to argue with me back and forth. Y'all brothers, go on y'all brothers' posts and argue with y'all with each other. Why y'all bothering with the sisters? I'm not trying to teach nobody. This not no congregation. I'm not no pulpit preaching. I'm not trying to teach no brothers. If anything, I'm trying to talk to my sisters. You know what I'm saying? Us sisters can't have no dialogue between us. It always got to be, oh, that's a Jezebel spirit. You trying to teach brothers. It always got to be something with y'all brothers when a sister say something. We learning the Bible just like y'all is. We being taught the Bible and we study just like y'all study and being taught the Bible. We know stuff. We understand the scriptures. So anyway, I guess that was my little righteous rant. I feel a lot better. If you if y'all have any questions or concerns, you know how to reach me. You know how to inbox me. You could talk to me or whatever. And have a constructive dialogue. You know what I'm saying? I am blocking a lot of people that, I see that just wicked. I don't know how people I'm not even friends with are able to see a lot of my posts, and I don't even know where they come from. But a lot of people that's not even friends with me, they just been posting on my posts, and I'm like, well, dang, how can people that's not even friends with you, y'all ain't even Israelites, or y'all ain't, y'all, how do these people find my posts? But a lot of people I haven't met or haven't communicated with a day in my life, commenting on my posts and stuff, and it's just getting outrageous. So I blocked a lot of people, and I'm gonna keep on blocking. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to agree on things like, I don't agree with polygamy. We don't practice polygamy, and we're not being taught polygamy. So the brothers and sisters that's being taught polygamy, don't come on for me because I say, I post, one husband, one wife. I make a post, one husband, one wife. And now y'all putting all these scriptures out. Well, this is what we're being taught, and I stand on what we're being taught. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that. And I don't have to prove my submissiveness. I don't have to prove how much I love my husband, how righteous I am to share my husband with another woman. I don't have to prove all of that. I'm thankful that my husband Me and him on one accord, and we on the same mindset when it comes down to polygamy. And I pray it doesn't change. I used to be Muslim, and I understand polygamy. Believe me, I saw it all around me all the time, and I understand the polygamy. Yes, there's a lot of good things you can say about polygamy, but it's not for me. And I'm thankful that I'm not in a congregation that practice polygamy. And so those type of comments on how I feel you get offended because your congregation may practice polygamy. I'm saying that I'm thankful that I'm not in a congregation that practice polygamy. Now it's 100 comments in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. When has it come to this point where you can't say nothing? You know what I'm saying? Like that's until it builds up to it becomes anger when you don't say anything. You just got to stay quiet. Don't say anything. So to keep face and to keep peace is you don't say anything. I believe that that's not how the Most High created us to be. We're supposed to be able to communicate with each other. Even when you have an alt. What's the first thing the scripture tells us to do? We go to our brothers and sisters with that alt that we have against them. We go to them with that alt. It's always been a bit of communication for us to have amongst one another. Long as it's a righteous communication. I don't believe at all that even when I feel like my comments were a little bit contentious, when I go back and read them, they really wasn't that bad to me. You know what I'm saying? I said weed is a sin. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I feel if the Bible speaks of being sober minded 18 times in the scriptures, and I say and we have you intoxicated and you're not sober minded if you're high on weed, how hard is that for you to understand? Maybe the Most High thought that we would just be able to comprehend something so simple. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that's just common sense. That you don't put. He don't even want us to eat certain things. You know what I'm saying? We have dietary laws. We can't even put certain foods in our body. So why would you think we want you to put smoke in your body? That don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? I thought that we all was on the same page when it comes down to keeping your temple clean. You know what I'm saying? Or at least working on getting your temple clean. Y'all worried about the fringes. Y'all worry about my henna on my eyebrows. That's a herb. Y'all worried about my henna. Y'all worried about my vegan lipstick, 100% organic vegan lip stain. Y'all worried about this thing. Don't y'all know they have vegan makeup that you could buy? You don't have to. We not putting all kind of stuff on our skin. Y'all worried about the outer appearance instead of worrying about what's inside, what's in the heart, what you putting, what's in your temple. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking at your flesh. I'm looking at your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit to me is not clean if it's full of smoke. And I'm not saying I guess I don't have a right to talk about it because my elder not smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? I don't have the right to talk about it, but I got close family members that smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? And I used to smoke weed myself. So I feel like I do have a right to talk about it. I don't like the condition of my people. I don't want to see my brothers and sisters putting all kind of stuff in their body. I don't want to see that. Stuff hurts me. It bothers me. But you know what I'm saying? For you to be happy, you rather me just don't say nothing, to be quiet, to go in the corner. You know what I'm saying? To do what all the others, a majority of the other sisters do. Just go in the corner and be quiet. Like, be a good little girl. Be a good little wife. Be quiet. You're in the midst of brothers and other sisters. Like that's what y'all want me to do. But y'all know that faith in Israel speaks out. So I don't mind speaking out, and I don't mind carrying the whelps and the battle scars for speaking out. I don't mind doing that. If I'm being judged for speaking out against weed, then so be it. Like I said in my post, and so be it. Y'all go ahead and judge me. Go ahead and give me the battle scars. I take it. I take it. And I'm not directing this again to any brothers and sisters that's dealing with smoking weed and they're trying to battle their addiction. By all means, I pray that you continue to battle, that the Most High continue to strengthen you. And what I tell sisters that have called me before that deal with any type of addiction, you know what I tell them? What I did. I went on a long fast. I went on like a 30-day fast. And during this fast, I had to actually play truth music like 24 hours a day. Like go to sleep, wake up, because the temptation was constantly in my ear. Like I would constantly hear the temptation to smoke a cigarette, to do something. So I would play truth music in my ears all the time. And when if my ear headphones went dead, I would play it in the speakers. I would play truth music all the time just to keep my spirit in a certain place. And I would read the Bible a lot. I would read the Bible a lot. I would pray a lot. I cleaned out one of my rooms and I made it into a prayer room, like a war room. And I made like I cleaned it real good and made like an altar in there so I could pray. And I wouldn't let nobody go in there unless they was coming in there to pray with me. So I made my one room, just a room with the Most High. And then in the closet, I used the closet as a personal space. Like if I just wanted to be like totally alone with the Most High, I would go in that room. Now, my extra room is being occupied, but they gonna be going and they're gonna be leaving probably next month. But when they do leave, I plan on doing that again, making my room and my closet an altar and turning it back into a war room, so I have my space for me and the Most High. But during that time, that was my time. I would go in there and worship. I would go in there and sing. I would read my Bible a lot, and I fast for 30 days. And I told my mom like a diehard Christian, but I told my mom what I was doing. And my mom went on the fast. She fasted a couple of days with me. My sister, my daughter, she fasted a couple of days with me and gave me encouragement. During that time, I was trying to kick the habit, but fasting builds your spirit up real fast, like 10 times faster when you fast. So y'all know I don't know if y'all remember me telling y'all the last live, my voice was gone and still kind of real scratchy. But I fast, and I felt my spirit getting stronger. Like every day it would feel stronger and stronger and stronger. And then I also had to clean out my house too. Clean out all the little blunt roaches, clean out, look, anything that was in my house that I would, stuff out, just anything that was in my house. I would little powder bags, little ecstasy pills, all kind of stuff I would finding popping up in different locations as I was cleaning up. So I was being tempted as I was cleaning out my house. And so I was cleaning out my house. As I was find stuff that couldn't find, I would lose or whatever. I would find different little drug things, the different stuff. And I would grab it, go take it outside. I would smush it in the ground. I would dig a hole and bury it. I would do all kind of stuff so Satan would know that I was serious. And I would flush stuff down the toilet. Whatever it took to, to keep my mind strong. And I would, I would feel the urges. I was going through withdrawals. All of those things was going on, but I was determined. And I'm going to tell you another part of my testimony that that made me so determined. That I only tell a few people, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell, y'all my testimony. So the first time I quit doing drugs, I had got incarcerated. So that particular time, it kind of sobered me up. So when I got out, I was kind of clean. So when I got out, I was clean for a while, and I thought I had kicked the habit, but I ended up relapsing. So when I relapsed, I kept praying and asking the Most High to take the taste out of my mouth. And the same thing with, I was looking at even Yasharella testimony today on how he kicked the weed habit. He was saying the same thing. That's what he asked the Most High. That's a good prayer, y'all, to pray if you're fighting, trying to stop smoking weed. Pray to ask the Most High to take the taste out your mouth, because that's very important. Because even if you fighting and trying to quit, but you got that taste in your mouth, so you might smell it, and that taste, that craving, you want the Most High to take the craving out of your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Out your spirit, out your thoughts. So keep praying and ask the Most High to take the taste out your mouth. That's a very important prayer. So I kept praying and asking the Most High to take the taste out of my mouth, and kept praying. But as I was praying, I was still getting high. So I'm just smoking blunts. I smoke blunts, and I was like, I've been doing taxes for over 10 years. So during tax season, I had a lot of money. Some years be better than others, but during that time, it was a good year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was right before COVID or something. But anyway, I had kept praying and asking the Most High to take the taste out of my mouth. And I was still getting high. So the day of my deliverance, I remember going to sleep. I was getting high all the way till I went to sleep. And I think I had smoked a Molly blunt. At that time, Molly is real popular down here in Florida. So I think I smoked a Molly blunt that day, and I was still getting high. Like I said, I was getting high, not just on weed, on other things too. And I was smoking a Molly blunt. I had a blunt of weed, had me a beer, and I had, of course, I couldn't really go to sleep because it keeps you up. So I was up for a minute, and then I finally went to sleep. When I went to sleep, the Most High came in my dreams, and he showed me two faiths. He told me two faith in Israel's. The first faith in Israel he showed me was, he showed me myself with abundant blessings. Like, he was gonna give me the desires of my heart. He showed me that side. And then he also showed me the other side. And if that other side was a woman that had the botch, like I had the itch, like I couldn't stop scratching. I was like doing like this, just scratching like a J. And it seemed like I was outside in a tent or something, like I was outside in a tent and it was dark and I was just scratching like a J. And it was, and basically the Most High was telling me in my dream that if I had a choice, that I could either serve him and he was going to give me all the desires of my heart, or he was going to, if I ever went back to doing drugs, I would be that woman that he showed me with that botch, with that itch, in a dark place, very dark place that woman was in. Like, it seemed like I was standing at a distance, but I was looking at myself in a very dark, disturbing place. And I was just so depressed. I was just so down. And the Most High basically let me know that he would leave me there, that he wasn't going to bring me out again. So, for me, is more spiritual than anything. I already know what the Most High showed me, that he was going to, my choice, for me personally. This ain't nobody else's choice. This was my choice. He said, you either going to serve me and live free and live happy and live and have joy and have blessings, the cup running over with blessings, give you the desire of your heart, you either going to serve me or you going to, if you go back to that lifestyle, this is where you're going to stay, and I'm not going to bring you out. So I would die in my sin, pretty much is what the Most High showed me in my dream. So I tell sisters and brothers this testimony when I have personal conversations with sisters and brothers that know me on a personal level. This is my conviction on why I go so hard on keeping your temple clean. So I wanted to tell my testimony tonight so you would know, and even the ones that go back and replay it at a later time, that they would know my conviction and my stance on why I go so hard. So, and I feel like, and I don't feel sorry for a person who don't at least try, because I know if I could get over all of them drugs and all of the stuff that I was into, if I could conquer it, anyone can. It's no excuse for none of you that have any type of addiction problems. It's no excuse. The Most High, if you really serious and you want the Most High to take that taste out your mouth, and you want the Most High to deliver you from those demons of that and that bondage, all you have to do is ask. It say you have not because you ask not. You know what I'm saying? So, ask the Most High to take the taste out your mouth. Combat it with fasting. I have told numerous sisters and brothers that fasting is a quick way of overcoming any type of addiction. It's bigger than the post. You know what I'm saying? This is very personal. Very, very personal. So, before you point fingers and judge, and before you think that Faith in Israel over there tripping, she over there trying to act like she could judge us, and she point fingers and she thinks she better than us. No, baby, I done been there. This is what you seeing. I've been there. I know what it feels like. And you could say, oh, well, you was doing all the other stuff. No, it was moments where I was just smoking weed. It was moments where I was doing other things. I had moments of different phases in life of different things. Thank God I stayed in the house. You know what I'm saying? I would do it in my house or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it affects your family. It affects, you know what I'm saying? I don't even understand. It blows my mind that the Most High, my husband still stuck by me through all of it. It blows my mind, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, in and out of jail. That was part of my testimony. So the Most High, and you can't, sometimes, you won't even be able to really, some people could look at me and say, oh, yeah, I can tell she been through something. You know what I'm saying? They could look at me and say she been through something. But I done been through some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I done been through some stuff. And only thing that saved me from really like being in the whorish lifestyle was because I was married and had a husband. I really didn't have those, like, I ain't have to go on the streets and get anything, you know what I'm saying? Kind of, but my husband would, my husband was always there to, provide stuff. We were doing stuff together. He wasn't never doing no hard drugs like I was, but he was smoking weed. Weed was always the common denominator, for me and my husband. So, and I thank God for the encouragement that he gives me. He always, encourage me and, tell me how proud he is of the woman that I've become, and that, but you have to know the woman that I was to know where I came from, and know what I had, the struggle that I've been through to get to where I'm at right now. I'm not one of those sisters that could say that got a squeaky clean, backstory. I'm not one of those sisters. I wish to God that I was one of those sisters that was raised up in the truth and that just knew the ways of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, like my kids, I wish I knew the ways of the Most High growing up. I wish that I didn't have this horrible testimony to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had a story of, you know what I'm saying, I growed up in the truth and all I knew was the ways of the Most High. All I knew was the commandments and feast days and fringes. I wish I could say that. You know what I'm saying? My story is embarrassing, you know what I'm saying, to me sometimes. But I rather use it as a healing mechanism. I'd rather use it as a tool to touch someone else's life. You know what I'm saying? You know, doing music is good and fine and dandy. And putting stuff in music, putting your testimony in song is fine and dandy as well. You know what I'm saying? But telling the person your testimony will reach their spirit and resonate in their spirit even more. So that's who I am. That's part of who I am. I'm not that person anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I go hard for sobriety. So I go hard for the Most High. Like I said, I'm not here to condemn nobody. I apologize if I'm coming off as trying to condemn anybody. I'm not trying to do that. I mean, I still love my brothers and sisters. I'm not going to say no names. I'm not calling out names of nobody. I'm not saying anything personal about anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know what nobody do behind closed doors. If I see it, I see it. That don't mean I'm going to tell the whole world. I'm not going to tell nobody your business. You know what I'm saying? That's not my place to tell nobody what you're doing. I haven't said anything about anybody out of my mouth. Don't nobody know your secrets. My sister and my brother. I just said, I see it, and it bothers me. That's all I'm saying. So anyways, I gotta get my baby ready for school in the morning. We could sit and lay in the bed and we'll watch people on the phone all night. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm pretty much done with my righteous rant and telling my testimony. Like I said, if I offended anybody, I apologize. Excuse me. I apologize to the masses. You know what I'm saying? I'm a really down to earth person. I'm not hard to talk to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, I'm not trying to, have no type of ill intentions against anybody. And I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to make the whole nation become my enemy over my stance on polygamy and over my stance on smoking weed. We're going to have differences of opinions on certain things. You know what I'm saying? Some people just believe in Shabbat on sun up, sundown. You know what I'm saying? And I done been around these sisters and brothers. That don't mean I'm going to argue with you about what you believe in. And they'll tell you, I don't argue with them about what they believe in. I made a covenant for my Shabbat to be from sundown to sundown. So that's my covenant. You know what I'm saying? So whatever your covenant is and you feel in your heart that you're doing right, then so be it. We sit up here be getting so mad at each other when everybody have their own beliefs. These are my beliefs. And if you don't agree with them, you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? It's okay if you don't agree with them. I don't agree with everything I see, but are here. That don't mean that I'm going to be arguing with a person or debating with a person or putting their business out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Amen. I love y'all. I'm finna go in here and get my baby ready for bed. I hope y'all have a blessed night. I hope my testimony touched somebody. I'll probably be doing more lives instead of doing all that typing. All right, y'all. Have a blessed night. Shalom.